This quick shoulder conditioning workout can be done at the end of any upper body strength training session to round out your calisthenics or weightlifting workout, bulletproof your shoulders and prevent injury. We're going to be doing the seated external rotation from the knee. During the rest periods, I'll explain the reasons why this exercise is so important, but let's get started. Most important thing here is that we're focusing on really good technique. We're not lifting with our ego here. So I'm only lifting a 3 kilogram weight, or that's about 7 pounds. Okay, and I want to set up with my knee as close to my body as I can. Doesn't matter if I'm leaning back a little bit or rounding, because we want to get the humerus quite close to horizontal. Okay, I'm trying to avoid having this kind of an angle in my body. Okay, we're going to have the elbow or the tricep sitting on top of the knee, and from here what I'm going to do is I'm going to elevate my scapula, then depress it, and then we do a 3-second eccentric. 1, elevate, depress, 1, 2, 3, 2, elevate, depress, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. That last one was a challenge for me, so I'll stop at 9. I always do the weak side first, so that was my weak arm. Onto the strong side now. Going from the same 9 reps. Elevate, depress. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. And we want to maintain that depression the whole way through the concentric and eccentric phase. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice. All right, now we take a short break. So the reason why I'm elevating then depressing on each rep is it's really a beginner thing, because a lot of beginners have a real struggle understanding, comprehending and producing scapular depression through a movement. Like you tell them to depress, and the second they start moving, their scapula starts elevating. So the idea of that elevation depression is to really get you to think, okay, well, this is elevation, that's what we're not doing, and then we're depressing and we're going to hold that for the whole rep, and we do it on every rep so that you really dial it in. Okay, we'll do one more set, and in the rest period for the next set I'll explain why this exercise is so important. We're training the external rotators of the rotator cuff here, and I'll try to explain it while I'm working. I'll see if I can count. So there's 4 muscles in the rotator cuff, and they act as a force coupling for the humerus in the glenohumeral joint. So it holds the humerus in place. Very, very important. Prevents joint glide, which is very painful and leads to a lot of problems, and prevents shoulder dislocations. You know, it holds it all together. Now, what happens is that if, like any muscle system in the body, if there's an imbalance, imbalances can lead to injuries, and the subscapularis is quite active and quite worked during pressing exercises, especially if you do things like push-ups or dips where your scapula is going through protraction and retraction. You're going to work that subscapularis. But the external rotators, the 3 muscles that produce external rotation, what I'm doing here, they don't get worked unless you do movements like this. There's other movements you can do to work them, but in your general pushing and pulling, last rep, I think I only got 8 reps then. In your general pushing and pulling, they don't get worked as much. You don't, you won't work the supraspinatus, infraspinatus, and teres minor as much unless you do targeted rotator cuff work. And these external rotations are a really good way to start. And if you're doing like heavy bench pressing and heavy pressing exercises, these are really, really important to work because we need to maintain that structural balance in the shoulder between the inner unit and the outer unit. Okay, that's 4, 5. Focus on keeping that angle in the elbow as well. 6. 7. You do this right at the end of your workout. 8. So any upper body workout, this is really, really good to do. I do this personally 3 times a week. So I do it every second day. I work I do what's called bent arm strength training 3 times a week. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And this is such an important part because if you're just working the outer unit with your big pushing movements like your chest press or your pulling movements like your rows or your shoulder press or pull-ups, you're training all these outer unit muscles, the pecs, biceps, triceps, the lats, the deltoids, but we're not training the inner unit of the deeper stabilization muscles like the rotator cuff. And so many different strength coaches from different disciplines, people like Charles Poliquin, Ido Portal, my coach Roy Gold, they're all really big proponents of this. So, calisthenics practitioners, movement people to really traditional strength training coaches are all preaching how important this is. And if the best in the world are doing it, then you should be too. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, up. And I'm doing this as a follow along because I just want to share for you guys to see like the importance of tempo. This eccentric contraction for 3 seconds is really important. You can see the intention that I'm putting on the movement. You can get a really good idea of how this would fit into a workout and how you can do this every second day or, twice a week. I've lost count now. I think that's 6. I think this is 6. Really got to work to maintain good quality when you get close to failure like that. Woo! My left side's weaker than my right side, so I always do that first, and it always makes it feel like you didn't get as much of a workout on the strong side, but that's how you fix imbalances from left to right, by doing the weak side first and then letting the strong side do the same amount of volume, same intensity. Won't feel like it got as much of a workout, but the imbalance works itself out. There we go. Now, if you want to see a really good warm-up for your shoulders, click or tap the screen there. That's an incredible warm-up that you can do to alleviate pain in a workout. Like if you get shoulder pain during workouts, do that before your workout. Hit the like and subscribe button if you got value out of this, and I'll see you in that next video.